15 years, a whole bunch of tears, and many internet comments later, but we're here. Skate 4 is officially cancelled. Please welcome Skate Period. What do I think about it? Well, first off, let's get this out of the way. This game has loads of technical issues. Before I could even make my own character, lay down my first ollie, let alone skate around a single block, I first had to tackle one of my good old Windows programs triggering the so-called anti-cheat. Closing it didn't work, nor did pouring it with water. I begrudgingly accepted. I had to uninstall it. So was the price to pay for a long-awaited sequel slash reboot slash evolution slash money printing machine to one of your most beloved childhood games. These things just so happen to come with controller connectivity issues and my personal favorite, queue times. That one thankfully ended up being temporary, and the waiting wasn't even that bad, you know. I played Overwatch and have a driver's license. Skate doesn't hold a candle what these two experiences have in store for you on that front. It's more so a thing of never having to go through that before while putting up every other game in the series. I could fully immerse myself in a world where terms like online only or free to play did not exist. All that did was a piece of digital maplewood in my hands, this inviting bench right here, and developers invisibly telling me, go ahead, hit a laser flip with that one. All that is to say, Skate's launch, pretty frustrating as far as first impressions go. But eventually I did get it. So, why don't we focus on that?
Ooh. Okay, that's somewhat cool. Let's go with the default one.
Should I avert my gaze?
Yes, please do that. Why did my arms move as well? Pretty weird. Yeah, that's nice. That's the customization I wanted. I don't think this was in Skate 3, but I wish it was. I don't know whether I'll be able to play it for you guys. They pretty much just go, eh, or, or, or yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, let's do it. I kind of thought, hey, where's the part where I get to dress up and whatnot? And I remember, okay, well, yeah, it's a free-to-play game. You have to pay for that. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Well, the running is pretty smooth. I can tell you that much. I don't know about the skating thing, but running and flailing and failing.
Give it another go.
Boom. Well, we'll flip. Catch your guard. Whoa! All right. You're telling me this game has skating in it? I don't think I care. This is great. I did hear people, you know, complaining about it, but this is pretty cool. I genuinely like it. Ah, well, made it. Yeah, it's feeling pretty solid, actually. Oh, well, said it too soon. One thing I really hate is that you can see the precise movements I'm doing with my analog stick. So that way I cannot fake it. I'm good anymore. Okay. Just gotta move too fast for you to even, you know, catch it.
Failure is a big part of skating.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think dying is, but I mean, I'm no skater, so I mean, what can I really say on that matter? Ooh. Going back around.
Let's move on to the next course for now.
What?
You can come back for a rematch later.
What? No, I did not. I did not complete that.
One more course to go.
Let me have a go at it, dude. No. I'm not doing that.
Warning. There is no escape. There is no escape. Just kidding. All right. One more course to go.
This is awful. This is amazing. It's not the skate I really wanted, and I think a lot of people will agree. This is not what I expected or wanted. It's pretty fun. You know, it's pretty cool. Let me get back to this rail real quick. So I messed that one up. There it is. Sins atoned. So another thing I found out is that you cannot grab cars anymore. This is gone. This is absolutely awful. Boom. Skate this. I'm making my own skate park. Okay. Is that how the game ends?
Full Circle's marketing team loves to pretend this game is fully about skating. It's even in the name and on the tin. But just as they hire professionals to do all sorts of tricks while wearing state-of-the-art mocap suits, behind that 2-inch wall of foam at the same very moment were probably 16 EHU-rated psychologists designing every aspect of the game, every transition, every sound, every goddamn texture, maybe not that one, to suck money out of players. I tried to leave my gripes with the M word, the latter part of the video. I just had to mention it here.
Ooh, cool. I got some shorts. And a helmet. And a rip chip. I'm overloaded. This is so much dopamine right now. Like 16 million sounds playing at the same time. It's really stimulating that goopy goblin in my brain, but I cannot, give in to that.
Because there is a lot to love about this experience. It does sound absurd, but hear me out. Not really having to skate here is a positive. Yeah, you can roll around like a maniac, stay down on the ground, never get up actually. That's an option too. Oh, and I didn't even mention climbing. Climbing's here. Besides the final mission in the game, which uses this mechanic for at least 20 minutes, I see it as one of the biggest, most positive additions. Don't you remember how in Skate 1 you literally couldn't leave your board, like, at all? Even if you really had to pee? Well, that didn't matter. There was no on-foot traversal. Something unimaginable for me and I think many others after Skate 2 dropped and made it a staple part of the franchise. I think that admittedly goofy Uncharted-esque parkour will likely prove its usefulness all the same in a few years, and make going back to Skate 3 even harder than it is right now. Ragdolls are more nasty and weird than they used to be. Sometimes intentionally, other times not so much. The feeling of grinding a challenge for 20 minutes only to nail it down one last time is just so amazing. The tutorials are painful as hell, but they do teach you the ropes miles better than anything else, really. Dare I say, the whole Skate 3 combined. That might just be a skill issue, though. Manuals and flip tricks and grinds and Christ airs are in my blood now, so I count that as an upside. And as a cherry on top, even though it's the first thing you do in the game, a neat customization system. Pretty inclusive, but surprisingly lacking in depth at the moment. Every skate YouTuber I've seen is rocking the exact same hairstyle on their avatar as me, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Now, for the downsides. We gotta talk about the downsides. Car seat headrest is in this game. That is not a bad thing. The bad thing is there's this whole look for music, grab music mechanic, which seems fine on paper, but is really tedious. And if you want to listen to a particular song while you skate, well, unless you've got Spotify installed, good luck finding it out in the streets. I thank God every single day I fell off that board and, found it in that one random mission.
Ooh! Oh my god! I just picked it up! I just picked it up. I mean, I can't hear it, obviously, because I'm in streamer mode, but I picked up fill in the blank. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And yeah, missions. The missions are weird. One moment, you're inundated with Beatles references, beaten over the head with one yellow submarine after the other. Then the game switches everything up and you're riding bird poo and collecting trash for some reason. Okay. I love all things unhinged. Don't get me wrong. But I feel previous skate games managed to do that without feeling so forced and objectively weird. The cityscapes can absolutely look gorgeous, especially with that RTGI set to dynamic. It sometimes looks like you're jumping off of real buildings. It's that good. But that photorealism doesn't jive at all with the wonky cartoon-style avatars. I don't outright hate them, but I'm no fan of them either. There's a massive lack of iconic locations. Every district in this homogeneous city looks the same. Which, speaking of, don't let the map fool you into believing there are 4. I mean, technically, yeah, there is space for that 4th one, and it is, modeled, and it is seemingly fully done, but it's not playable. And yeah, I think that's kind of lame. I think that's objectively kind of lame. Everything is too clean, lacking any semblance of texture and grit. People have been supposedly skating these ledges for decades. How is there no chipping on them? No scratches, no bloodstains too hard to wipe off since that one skater died 30 years ago before Imperfect X cure for all physical pain and suffering became invented, huh? How do you explain that? Well, no lore explanation will be enough. The SVC found funds to repair every square inch of the island. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't buy it. I don't care. Skate was goofy, but always gritty. You know, this just feels like corporate tampering. Just like there's no way around the lack of offline mode, the single player campaign, no pros, which were so heavily featured in previous Skate games. Hell, for some goddamn reason, Skate Alone, to do a mission alone and on your own, this is so stupid. You need to wait. You need to wait for what? Imaginary friends? These guys are doing the exact same challenge as me. Meanwhile, I'm banging my head against the wall from boredom. Even the game seems to be stunned about this. Oh, you want to know what I'm thinking about, V? You want to know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about more downgrades. Like, full-on, unquestionable downgrades. I'm thinking about how you can't knock down or smack other players, even though there's clearly a move called the drop kick. Same with neuter pedestrians, which have a combined total of about 6 voice lines and straight up disappear once you bump into them. Skate 3 nailed how they weren't just aimlessly walking. They posed a real challenge every single time you tried to do a trick in a crowded space, and angering them too much would lead to you swiftly meeting their trusty little taser. There's none of that here. Instead, you get painfully unfunny dialogue and voice acting so stiff it might as well be dead. Hit me up, EA. I'll do 1,000 voice lines for you for a bag of chips. Actually, just kidding. I'll do that for free. I'll do that for free. Oh, and yeah, you know what's also free? Loot boxes. Woo! Yeah, let's address the elephant. And the monetization system. Basically, it's Overwatch all over again. You do earn them for free and are guaranteed all the items once you open enough. And I'm honestly fine with that sort of approach. The way Blizzard did it in 2016 was the gold standard for how loot boxes should be done in a video game. It's just that items you're guaranteed here are certified trash. They're basic as hell, and I mean literally. They're like, I don't know, 2 sweatshirts that have any semblance, any sort of print on them. And even though I have 20 plus hours in this game while I'm making this review, and I wanted, to make my avatar look like me, I'm still not sure if I can get a matching hoodie here. Likely not, given I don't want to spend any money. So yeah, I'm really torn. On one hand, I really got into this new skate that we have. I think the mechanical foundation that Full Circle built is an absolute improvement over all the previous skate entries. Parkour climbing is basically a guaranteed good decision, no matter what game you're making. There's this feeling of achievement here, constantly present instead of, being vaguely in the distance like in Skate 3. There, however, you had magazine cover shoots, billboards of you popping all around the city, the fabled Hall of Meat, and of course, the game of Skate. But there is something here, something, dare I say, fulfilling about this whole experience. I can't do a damn ollie in real life, yet here I'm beating Tony Hawk's lifetime achievements like it's a Sunday afternoon. Of course I wish we had Skate 4. But then again, I also wish, capitalism was a thing of the past. And with this sliver of hope, we can make the game actually better as a community, provide genuine and valuable feedback every step of the way. Maybe there is something to look out for. Whatever it may be, I know I'm keeping my eye on Skate. And hey, hopefully, maybe you do too. And with that, thanks for watching.